Hello and welcome back to session 9 of our Bible study series, Empire versus Kingdom Building. Today we're jumping into the topic of sustaining kingdom principles in our professional life. Last week we discussed breaking free from isolation and self-protection, emphasizing the importance of fostering connection and community. But today, we're going to explore how to sustain kingdom principles amidst adversity and opposition. Let's start by looking back again at last week's overarching question. How can we break free from isolation and self-protection in our professional lives, fostering connection and community while embracing vulnerability and authenticity? I want you guys to share the insights from your week of prayer and reflection. And how did the Bible verse from Ecclesiastes 4:9 through 10 actually influence your understanding of the importance of community and support in your workplace? Today's teaching, we're going to jump in and explore the challenges of maintaining those kingdom values and principles in the face of adversity and opposition. As we near the end of our study, it's actually important to reflect on how we can continue to uphold kingdom principles in our professional lives and our workplaces, even in the face of challenges and opposition, which happens all the time. But in Galatians 6:9, we're reminded, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." This verse encourages us to persevere in our commitment to doing what is right, even when it hurts, even when it's difficult. So, how do we sustain kingdom principles in our professional life? First, let's acknowledge the reality of opposition. As followers of Christ, we will inevitably face challenges and resistance to living out our faith in the workplace. We are in a battle for our souls, especially at work. So whether it's pressure to compromise our values or opposition to our Christian beliefs, we must be prepared to stand firm in our convictions. Next, let's prioritize perseverance, like lean into it. Instead of giving into discouragement or weariness, let's press in on doing what is right. Remember that our labor in the Lord is not in vain, and that God promises to reward those who remain faithful to Him. Finally, let's rely on God's strength and guidance. As we navigate challenges and obstacles in our professional lives, let's lean on what God's wisdom and power says for us. Let's trust that He will sustain and empower us to live out His kingdom values in all we do. So, here's your challenge for prayer and thought this week. Reflect on any challenges that you see, that you have opposition, that for you to uphold the kingdom principles in your professional life. How have you responded to these challenges? Commit to persevering and doing what is right, even when it's difficult. You have to trust that God is going to reward your faithfulness, but only in His due time, maybe not in yours. Lean on God's strength and guidance as you navigate challenges in your professional journey. Seek His wisdom and trust in His provision for all of your needs. When we come back together after you break into your small group, we're going to reflect on the overarching question for this week, and that is, how can we continue to uphold the kingdom principles in our professional lives and remain steadfast in our commitment to God's purpose, even in the face of adversity? So after your small groups, I hope you can share your insights from that group and share the insights from that overarching question, and then lean into the homework for this week and continue to seek God's guidance. Spend time in prayer. I say it every week, but expand that time. Give Him more space and ask Him to strengthen your resolve to uphold the kingdom principles that you're learning in your professional life. And He wants to grant you wisdom and discernment to navigate all of those challenges with grace and humility. So continue to meditate on the verse from Galatians 6:9. And thank you for joining us for session 9. Let's commit to sustaining kingdom principles in our professional lives, persevering in doing what is right and trusting in God's strength and guidance every step of the way. Together, let's continue to shine God's light in the workplace and make a lasting impact for His kingdom. And remember, the ultimate goal of this whole study is to help you live, love, and lead more and more like Jesus each and every day. So until next time, may God bless your kingdom journey.